Good morning from New York City. Yes, you'll be listening to this and I'll definitely be out of the country, but I need to record in advance because I'm not exactly sure what the circumstances are going to be of my work environment, internet, etc. I know you get that. What I'm thinking about is packing. I have my packing cubes all over the floor, and my goal this morning is to pare down. And that's because I realized that I've packed who I am now, how I represent myself now, how I'm feeling now. And I want to leave, even though it may be ambitious, with some room in my suitcase. That could be my metaphorical suitcase. I want to leave room in my suitcase for inspiration, for picking up pieces wherever I am, for discovering new colors, new things that intrigue me, and leave space also metaphorically for the person that I'm becoming as I move out into the world and spread my wings in a new way. It's funny that one of the things that came into my mind was Italy, because when I moved back to the United States and I would travel to Europe, and Italy in particular, for my work as an international executive recruiter, I always felt a little bit off. My eye adjusted to New York. I was expressing myself in my clothing in a different way. And I always felt a little bit out of place and not very cool and not very fresh when I was in Milan. And then I had a very liberating realization, and it was this: I am no longer the Milanese Constance. I'm actually a New Yorker. And when I go to Europe, that's who I'm bringing. That's who I am. I'm not, air quotes, one of them. And yes, I may be a little bit off in the eye of the Milanese or the Parisian, but I'm me. And I simply want to be gloriously and beautifully and uniquely myself. It felt good to have that thought. I stopped trying to look acceptable and I started really embracing my New York persona and my look and vibe. And it somehow really freed me. So I guess all this to say, this morning, as I review what I initially packed in those cubes and I pare down, the question I'm going to be asking myself is, what is it that I brought that feels most like me? And what can I leave behind? What am I willing to let go of to make space for what I'm going to discover and be inspired by? And in fact, I feel pretty confident that holding that in my mind, this sense of anticipated discovery and inspiration, it's going to make it easier to unpack, to let go, and to leave things behind. And it makes me wonder, what might there be in your proverbial suitcase that you're willing to unpack and leave behind, to leave space for discovery and inspiration? I think that's an interesting thing to think about. I'll leave you with that today. Until next time, from my heart to yours.